Hey everybody, welcome to Pure Snowrunner. Welcome back if you're a repeat offender. On today's episode, I am going to be doing Wisconsin trip. So this will be the final mission in this map, and then I'm going to start discovering Greenwoods River. So we'll start doing towers and things like that. So we just on the last episode we did C, section C or whatever, and opened up this warehouse over here. So we do have a couple trucks over here, but I want to bring one more, just because it's going to speed things up in the long run. There it is. Because I'll show you. Bring it up. I'll activate it so I'll actually show it. So there's 16, right? You obviously can't haul 16 items on 2 trucks or whatever. So you're always going to need that third one. So I'm just hauling this one down there. So that I don't have to drive from the other map back this way on the next half of this, second half of this. Again, I explained in the previous video, the map is open, I guess, up to the point of the garage and the what you call it, the unloading zone. So you are able to complete this without having to do any kind of landslides or roadblocks or bridges out or whatever. You're able to get there. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it. Normally, I would actually go and, because I'm going into a new map, I would just automatically go to discovering the new map, you know. But I figured this one is, you can get there, and it's straightforward. So let's just get it done. Shouldn't take too long. It's only a couple trips, 3 trips. But who knows? Anything can happen. Again, if you've watched the last video, section C, it is now the next day. So it's the 12th of August. I need to get more recorded, so I gotta grind it. It is again 4:11 in the morning, a.m. before work, so I need to grind out and get a couple done. Give myself a little bit of a gap. It's mainly just because of the weather and stuff that it's just been so warm. Not that it ain't warm right now, but it's not as bad. It's only like 85 in my office right now. Like I said, I can't turn on my air conditioning. Alright, so what we're going to do, well, you know what, I guess it's going to be tight squeezing getting through here, but I'm going to just put 5. Turn around, get out on the road. Because it's 16, I'm just going to do 5, 5, and then 6. The final trip will just be a single load of 6. Just going to get out on the road here. Give myself a little bit of cushion here. Not that one. Eventually I'm going to get through here and clean all these trucks out of here, but sure I got them all. And that's pretty much all there is. That is all there is in this location is the cellulose. There's no special other cargo to. Oh, I knew I was going to do that. There's no other cargo here available. Squeeze. Think skinny. Ooh, just bad. And then the last truck will be a 6, but I'll wait for that. It's low down. There. Let's go. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to open up the garage, or if I'll do that as part of the new map. There's nothing special to the garage. I mean, as far as not like the previous map where you had to go find it, or turn on a power and all that stuff. Literally, it's just a garage to go discover. So I might grab that on the next load as part of the thing. Shove this in a little high. Now, if you had a friend, they could drive the third vehicle, I guess. You can do this all one shot. Not that I don't have friends. But, nobody's going to want to get up this early to do this, so. And my day is normally pretty busy after work. And it's a lot warmer. I can't wait till winter time. When it's cold outside. I like the cold weather instead of the hot weather. I don't know about anybody else. I know those people that live in like Arizona and stuff, they don't like the cold weather. Arizona, Florida. I love it. I mean, I don't... Okay. Let's distinguish the cold level. So, I would say for me, it's just cooler weather, not necessarily cold, right? So, if it's below 60 Fahrenheit, so 60, between 60 and 40, at 30, even 70, I guess 70. 70 to 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Perfect weather. 40 is close. 40 is better for my office because of the fact that it's warm in here with all my monitors and stuff going. It's like an oven. Man, it's some mud. That truck is still on yet. Just being... I wonder if he broke a spring. If that thing breaks a spring back there, it'll be dragging on the road because it was pretty messed up. After the previous video, there was only just a little piece of coil spring left. But yeah, I like a cooler. Only because then I don't have to worry about the air conditioning. I don't have to worry about getting too hot in here in my office for recording wise. So then I can record any day in the morning, you know. My previous employment, I was able to have like a Tuesday or Wednesday off, which was great because then I had a whole day with nobody home, and I could just record. As people work, you know. Now I have Saturday, Sunday off where everybody's home. So that it's not quiet anymore. That's another downside. And I need the quiet. I need the noiseless. I thought about getting some soundproof stuff. Maybe that would help. But that's a lot of money to invest on something that might work. You know? I don't need it to might work. I need it to work. So I just record in the morning before work when there's nobody awake. Kind of inconvenient, but as long as I can do a couple a day or a couple, even one a day, it still allows me to do 5 videos a week. And then I'm not even going to stop for fuel because it's not that bad. To get to the loading zone, unloading zone. Because like I said, once I complete this mission, I'm going to run around on the next video and do towers, and then after that it'll be, of course, the vehicle upgrades, and then the contracts or tasks. Tasks. And then we'll just start grinding out like we have been. I can tell you that there are not a lot of tasks on this map. This new map. I'm not going to shift because it's going to drive me nuts. How you doing back there? Alright. There are not a lot. That's spoiler alert, I guess. I like the map, but there's not a lot to it. And in my opinion, there should have been just as much, because these maps are, I guess I'm whining in a way. Because there's only 2 maps, they should have missions, Shouldn't just, they should be the equivalent of 4 maps with the missions on 2 maps. You know what I'm saying? If they're not going to give us 4 maps, at least give us that amount of missions or contracts or whatever. Hey, Greenwoods River. Like I said, it did have a lock on it, but I won't skip this. I'll let it. A lot of woods. It is Wisconsin. I'm trying to picture in my head where it would look like this, but as you can see, I have not been here. We do have all the towers. What is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 towers to discover. There's our unloading zone. But I assure you, the road is open up to that point, so. Oops. Let's rock and roll. Turn on the engine on the truck. I'm going to have to get a thumbnail here, but I'm hoping for it to be a little bit lighter. I'm just going to do a double trucker. Let me get a better time of day. Maybe it'll. That's a little better. Yeah, we can do it this way. I almost forgot to get the thumbnail, so I'm just going to do it now to get it out of the way. Not that it's a chore, but it kind of is. You have to do it. Otherwise, it'll be a stock photo. Save. Wisconsin truck trip. Had to be long, huh? Vehicle, or video saved, or picture saved, sorry. Yeah, I use a thing called snipping tool, and I stream from my computer, through my computer, not just through the PS5. Not that there's anything wrong with that, I just never wanted to do it that way. I always wanted to do it the way I do it. Between live streaming on Twitch on Sundays and recording these videos on the other days, Monday, Wednesday, and whatever the hell that is. Monday, Thursday, Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday. I don't know what are my days. I don't remember. I think I have Monday, Thursday, Saturday. Um, between doing that and then live streaming on Sunday, it's pretty busy, you know. But I'd like to get ahead. I'd like to take a day and just, if I had the time and the cooler weather, I would just take a day and record all of the things, like all the tasks. I would just do that all in one day. At least on this map, I think you could do it. It'd be a long day, but everybody running, yeah. We good. Sorry about the camera. I don't want to make anybody dizzy. But yeah, we'll hit the towers. We'll hit the vehicle upgrades, and then the tasks and all that stuff. So, spoiler alert: right there's the garage. Again, they didn't make you do anything. How hard would it have been to put a landslide in, or something that you got to do to open up this garage instead of just pulling into the parking lot and discovering it? But I'm not even going to go to it right now. We'll swing through there on our next load. Or maybe I'll wait and find the garage when I do the towers. No. I'll find the garage on the next, when I bring the next truckload over. Because then I can cheat. You know, I can, if I've already found the garage and discovered it so that you can go to it, I can recover my Lodestar, my scout vehicle, over to this garage and just start from right there and just go get the towers from that point. Not cheating, I guess. It's just the way the game is. Now, I could go left. I'm just saying. You can't see it. But I could go left and go down the train tracks and then come to the thing. But I'm actually going to take the road, so it'll open it up. Again, it's all open. It's not all asphalt, but it is all open. When I run the single, I think I'll run down the train tracks, but running this double convoy here, I don't want to take any chances of tipping over and whatever. Running into poles and shit like that. Again, pretty straightforward mission. Nothing crazy. No tips or tricks on it. Other than if you had another person to help you and you wanted to play multiplayer, you could do that. I'm just going to cut the corner off. I'm not going to go around that pole. We're going to the left here. Shift. We're going up to the left. Trying to take that hairpin with two loads on here. It would just cause chaos. So. Excuse me. get to the parking lot here. Let's see if we can make it with a double. It's a little snaky, but we might be able to make it. Way left. We'll go way right. Yeah, we made it. All right. Leave the one behind me there. 5 cellulose. Spin this thing around. Can't recover out. If I recover now, it's going to go take me right back to the the other map, because I didn't discover the garage. I drove by it and I saw the garage, but I didn't technically discover it. I didn't drive through that little box. I'm just going to park this one out on the road here. Alright. Well, it didn't break nothing. Everything survived its way here. As you can see, we just took the... I was going to take the train tracks. That's what I was explaining. Now that it's open, you can see what I was talking about. You could have took the shortcut through here and made it that way, instead of going around, but it really wasn't that difficult. Alright, now we go back to the global map. We go back to Black Badger Lake, and now we got to try to find through all of the... You know what? That's close enough for me. I'll just back up a little bit until I can find that other truck. This will be recovered out. Most of the vehicles are going to get moved over to the other map now. We do have, or I do have logging missions and stuff to do over here yet, but those are always last. Change truck. I think I'll be alright on fuel. All I'll do is run over there. Excuse me. All I have to do is run over there and drive over there, so I have fuel in it. Well, actually, you know what? I can go through a fuel station up here, so on the way out. So we're good. We don't have to go backwards. Alright, so 6. Got that 6th one. Get mine. Stuff ain't that heavy. I mean, I don't know how much cellulose weighs, but I wouldn't think it'd be heavy like concrete or cement. Now, I don't know about you all. I'm going to explain this when we get to that gateway, but the entranceway to the map. But come on. Let's go. Yeah, I'll wait. Yeah, so it's a Tuesday morning. You want to look at your calendars. Yesterday morning, which should have been a Monday, I recorded the Plant C or Section C. Today's Tuesday, following day, and I don't know if I can get this one done quick enough, which looks like I'm going to be able to. I could maybe get a couple more videos recorded this morning before work. Yesterday I kind of had to get rushed. It felt like I didn't get my normal routine stuff, you know? And when you do that, it throws your whole day off. I don't know about you all, but I'm a creature of habit, and I have a routine that I like to do. You know? Get up, take a shower, brush teeth, shave, all that stuff. And then, whether you have a cup of coffee or, well, I don't drink a whole lot of coffee. I have my Mountain Dew for breakfast, and then maybe a bowl of cereal or something. Something not too heavy to get through the day. Because I don't eat lunch. At work, so. I mean, we literally get 10 minutes. So, I don't want to have to wolf down anything. Not that it takes that long to eat a sandwich, but I mean, to enjoy a lunch, you need more than 10 minutes, in my opinion. You just wolf something down and go back to work. Not my cup of tea. So, I know one of my coworkers in my department, he just eats like a protein bar or whatever, and he's good to go. But personally, I've never had a protein bar. I just drink water all day. Damn, this mud. I just drink water all day, and then when I get home, I wolf something down. But then, like last night, we've had a lot of rain lately. Check local listings. There was some major flooding in the southern part of Wisconsin, but down by Milwaukee. I mean, they got rain. I think one area got like 14 inches, a little over 14 inches of rain, which is crazy. In a short period of time, that's a lot of rain for anywhere, let alone in an inner city like Milwaukee where it's all concrete. You know, there's no places nothing's gonna soak up the water. It's just gonna stay there and flood it out. Sewers can't suck the water down fast enough. But up here, where I live, they didn't have, in the northern part of the state, they don't have, well, we didn't have that much rain. We had rain, but we didn't have flooding style rain, at least in my area. And, but the grass got wet, so I couldn't mow on the weekend. So then, last night, being Monday, I had to mow. Which, I mean, it's no big deal. But after working all day and then having to kill another hour, because that's about how long it takes to do the mowing. Kill another hour mowing lawn. Just double checking the fuel. Oh, right. It just made for a long day. I got up early, recorded. My routine got messed up. I worked all day. I got home. My afternoon routine got messed up by having to mow lawn. So it was an off day. But we made it. We survived. And I made it up early again. Well, I'm still always up this early, but... And typically I am playing video games in the morning anyway, no matter what. I'm just recording right now. Sorry about the yawning. It's early. How long is this video? 28 minutes? Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be a half-hour video, but yeah, it's more than that. Okay, so this is what I was going to talk about. So, like, when I move cargo, especially when you got one hooded, when I move cargo to the next map, it likes to leave the cargo. It doesn't take it with me. So, what I like to do to contradict that is, once you're in that little gateway, put it on the truck, if you can do it. Now, if you're hauling a big cargo container or something like that, that's going to be a kind of a problem. But if you do that, it should be on the truck when you get to the next map. It should be. Again, I'm not going to skip it. So there it is. Alright, so now I'll start the truck up. Grab it. I don't like to leave it on there, even though we're going pretty slow. I'm still going to leave it on my hood. It should have stayed there, you know, but I think it's going to get a little out of hand. Come on. They can get a little out of hand. Because when I was in here earlier with on my other account, um, I was doing this, and I was hauling butt. Well, I mean, I was hauling cellulose, but I was going fast. And I took a corner a little bit too fast and ended up rolling a truck over and dumping all my stuff on the road. Not gonna lie. Not happy about it, but I got it done. I wasn't recording, and I said to myself, well, at least I wasn't recording. You get that tail whipping on this wet road here. I'm slowing down though. I mean, it is a beautiful map. Let's take a second and look at that. A lot of rock. The way they made this, you're going to see when I start opening up the map on the next video. By getting the towers. You're going to see that the way they made this, they made it, you know, like any other map, they made it feel bigger than what it was, but they could have done more with this, no offense, you know. They could have made it 4 maps, could have made it 3 maps. It's worth of missions and contracts and stuff. Because in my opinion, this went fast. You know what I'm saying? We're not done yet, by all means. You know, we're just getting into the second map, but you'll see. Because I went through on my other one, my one I don't stream on and just play on. I went through all the contracts, the towers, the vehicle upgrades, the tasks. I did all of that in 5 or 6 hours, 7 hours, and all the logging missions. All right, so I'm just gonna stop in here to discover this little window. Garage discovered. Now we can get the hell out of here. So now I can recover out. And I can just bring my, what do you call it, load start over for the next map. Otherwise I'd have to drive over. Not that that's a big deal, but it just makes it quicker, I guess. And if you guys and gals, whoever's playing this, if you were all playing this and you didn't discover and something were to happen and you hit recover, you would end up going backwards. You can see over there, over my there's steel girders over there. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can kind of see. I'm looking at a huge TV, so I can see. But anyway, right over top of that, between the crane and the trailer there's girders. That's a bridge that we got to work on, but we'll get to that. So getting all of the, what do you call it, towers can be a challenge because of the way you got to get to the towers without the road being opened up. It's like when I played it on my other account, I actually finished a bridge. I'm just gonna take this road this time. I was gonna do train tracks, but we'll go this way. And I'll probably regret it. Yeah, probably will regret it. It's mud. I should have stayed to the asphalt. Excuse me. Yeah, so when I got to like that bridge that's out, in order to get to that tower, I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna finish this bridge off. So I just did the bridge, because I'm not doing it in this certain order. I'm just doing it as I got to it. But I'm gonna try to do it without having to open up a bridge or finish the bridge off. We'll get to the bridges, obviously, but it won't be before the towers. We'll do the towers first. Alright. Shove that in now. Yeah, we basically just took this little shortcut right through here. I was gonna take train tracks. I completely brain farted and forgot about it. But either way. All right. That's those. Let's get this on the truck trailer. You can do it in 3 trips. You could try to do 8 and 8. You know, I think the hardest part would be getting from the Booyah, paper factory constructed. Here's my reward, $17,000. Yep, yep. But yeah, okay, so we got all the towers to open up. I'm just gonna leave this trailer here because I will be using. Actually, there's 2 other ones we can discover. Delete this. We'll detach it first. Cover. So now when I leave, as you can see, I am at my garage here, where it just came from. So. Put a trailer on it. And we're going to go. But yeah, we'll see you all in the next episode. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop it down below. I'll get back to you. Welcome to the channel if you're new. And thanks for watching. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, y'all.